You know, it's always funny to me that the main thing you can see from this angle is Trista Station. I guess it's not so much funny, but it's just interesting to see. Hey, what's up, my Dokus? Jason are welcoming you back to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we started on our free day, got through some bonding events as well as taking care of a few extra goodies, and went through a side quest with Rex and Fidelio about Rex taking some interesting pictures, which we found out weren't actually bad. It was just the bad thing was that he was not getting permission to actually take them, which he would have gotten in major trouble for. This time, we're going to be taking on some more quests, as we have a few more quests that we can take on, but we need to, actually go to the places that they are located in before we can actually take them on. Okay, so let's go ahead and we need to head into the upper class dormitory, which we would be caught dead being in because... But over here we have Bridget, and she has a side quest for us. You're Bridget from class 2, right? If so, I'm here to help with the request that you sent in to the student council. That's right. That's me, all right. And you're Reen from class 7. Now that we've established that we know each other, let's get down to business. Can you get started right now? I sure can. Ask away. Phew, thank you. So you wrote that you're having some issues with your childhood friend. That's right. Alan from class 4, to be specific. We're from the same town. We used to go to Sunday school together. I ended up having to leave that school though, and I never saw him after that. So that's why I was so happy to run into him again here, but... I see where this is going. You're an upper class student though, aren't you? I'm surprised you were childhood friends with someone who, well, isn't. What, is it that weird? Well, I wouldn't say it's weird, but it's pretty rare, isn't it? Well, it's true that nobles and commoners don't have many opportunities to interact with one another in Erebonia. I'm just the daughter of a baron, though, so our family isn't all that influential. My family was never one to put much importance on social standing either. He even let me attend Sunday school on my own since I was close enough to home. That would explain it. I guess her dad's kind of like mine. So, what exactly would you like me to do? You said you weren't sure if what he was thinking. Well, I'm not sure why, but Alan's been doing everything he can to avoid me since we met up again here. He just gives me the cold shoulder whenever I try to speak to him, too. That's not good. Any idea why he might be acting like this? Not at all, which is why I'm so worried. I haven't done anything that could have offended him the few times we've talked. And it's not like we've had some grudge that went from when we were younger either. We got along so well then that we used to play together all the time. It would be one thing if he was just avoiding me, but he started treating me like some sort of nuisance. As far as I can tell, something seems to have happened to him at the fencing club. Those could definitely be related. Either way, seems like the quickest solution is to ask Alan himself. So slow down a sec. Don't worry, I'm not just going to walk right up to him and ask him directly, but he might be more willing to open up to another guy about it. I'll go talk to him and try to figure out what's going through his head. Well then, thank you. Okay, I better go find him. Actually, before I do you know if he'll be at the fencing club today? Most likely, yes. You'll probably find him in the training hall. Got it. Before you go, Reen, please promise me you'll tell me everything you managed to get out of him. If I'm to blame here, I'd rather know. Please don't hide that from me. I won't. I promise. Alright, our quest is started, so we need to head over to the gymnasium. As we then need to head to the training hall, which is where he should be. That's Lodgins and Friedel, which are not the people I need to talk to. Excuse me, I'm looking for a guy named Alan. He's supposed to be a member of this club, but is he off today or something? Not with my permission, at least. He didn't even mention he'd be out today. Oh? In other words, he's skipping practice. Got a feeling I know where he is, though. I see. Where exactly are you thinking? I'd check the field if I were you. Unlike Patrick, Alan actually cares about this club. Chances are he's skipping practice so he can train on his own. Well then, now that he mentions it, Patrick isn't here either. That's not really an excuse, but I find it hard to blame him after what happened. Come to think of it, what did happen here last month? I'd only heard rumors. I'd rather not dig this stuff up, but both of them are skipping today, so what the hell. Truth is, Alan and Patrick faced off last month. Patrick, being the slimy little scumbag he is, made a show out of holding back, and then still beat Alan down. It was humiliating, crushed all of Alan's confidence right out of him. I don't doubt it. That's why I'm letting him off easy for now. I'd like to see him bounce back from this, though. Tell you what, if you've got some business with Alan, do us a favor and tell him to drop by. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but we'd appreciate it. Of course, I'll be sure to tell him if I have the chance. Alright, so looks like we need to head towards the Academy field, as that is where we're going to find Alan. And he's probably, if I had to guess, probably somewhere around here, maybe? Yep, there he is. You're that guy from Class 7, right? Do you have some business with me or something? No, nothing like that. I saw you training out here and was pretty impressed, that's all. That said, you seemed a little hesitant and it's getting in the way of your form. What makes you think you can just show up and criticize me? Is it just because you're a noble? Yeah, that's right, I've heard about you. Should a high and mighty noble like you even talk to a lowly commoner like me? Or did you get a pass when it's condescension? That stuff has never really bothered me. It seems like this guy has a noble-shaped chip on his shoulder. Putting our baggage aside for now, you came here to train, didn't you? How about you join me for a while? Me? Train with you? Yeah, it's a chance to practice in a way you wouldn't normally. I'm sure you'd find it beneficial. What do you say? Well, I don't know what you're planning. If it'll make me stronger, then I'm on board. I wouldn't say no to some big fancy noble who took the time out of his busy day to ask me anyway. Okay, I'll go get everything ready. I wonder if Instructor Sarah will let me borrow one of the combat shells. You guys use this thing in Class 7, right? Are we seriously going to fight it? It looks a little intimidating, but it makes for great training, I promise. I'll take points for now, so feel free to attack as often as you'd like. Right. Bring it on. All right, we have a battle, so we have to meet the following conditions. We have to let Alan deal the finishing blow, and Allison is conscious at the end of the battle. All right, so do I have any battle scopes? No, it doesn't look like it. I don't know if we actually need to scan this. I guess we probably could, but I don't have analysis. I didn't know that this was gonna happen at first. Alright, anyway, he has some crafts we can do. He has Piercing Strike and Soaring Bird. So let's go ahead and use Piercing Strike.
My turn.
Yeah, we're just gonna kind of have to fight it. We don't really have anything we can, we don't really have a way to get its stats or anything like that. So our big thing is that we have to let Alan deal the finishing blow. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get the damage down as much as we possibly can. And we also have to keep Alan alive, so if he goes down, we pretty much will fail the mission. Not so much that we fail the quest, but we do have to, make sure that he stays alive because it'll be beneficial to us. Alright, let's go ahead and have him just slice and dice. Rain, I guess use Arc Slash again.
My turn.
We just need to make sure that that he does the finishing blow. There we go. Did we win? You bet we did. Not surprising after the last attack of yours. It was a sight to behold. Thanks. I feel like I've got my confidence back now. At least a little bit of it. Good to hear. What's the matter? Oh, I kind of feel bad about all the flack I gave you earlier, that's all. I mean, you know, all the high and mighty noble stuff. Don't worry about it. But there is some reason you got so caught up in that. But is there some reason you got so caught up in that? It's embarrassing to say out loud, but envy, I guess. I used to be awful at almost everything I did. Sports, studying, anything you could think of. Still am, really. But I knew this noble who was basically my opposite. She could try anything and do it flawlessly. I was always so frustrated by that. All I wanted to do was be her equal. But no matter what I did, I couldn't manage it. That's a pretty lame reason, huh? No, not at all. But that noble you're talking about, it's Bridget, isn't it? How did you know? Sorry, I guess it's time to come clean. So that's how she felt. Now that I think about it, I really have been acting like a jerk. In your defense, I can sort of understand why you acted that way. Nobody wants to show their weakness to someone they look up to. It's not even that I look up to her so much as I want her to just look at me. Huh? What do you mean by... Gah, nothing. Forget I said anything. So that's the way it is. Anyway, if that's what she sent you here for, I'll go talk to her. Besides, I owe her a personal apology for being so mean to her lately. She needs to know that my issue was with myself, not with her. In fact, I'll do that right now. Well, that's a relief. I hope the two of you can smooth things over. Me too. Thanks for all you've done for me today. Hello, Rean Schwarzer of Class 7 speaking. It's Neithhardt. Are you free at the moment, Schwarzer? I am. Do you need something? Good. As it so happens, I have a little proposal for you. If you have a moment to spare, come speak with me in the faculty lounge. I'll give you the details in person. Is this an urgent matter? No, there's no need to rush, or even come along at all, if you can't make it. Your own other responsibilities take precedence. If you do have the time, however, I would appreciate your presence. I wonder what this proposal is. Hold on. Wasn't he supposed to be returning to his unit today? Oh well, I'm sure I'll find out whenever I make it to the faculty lounge. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of something to do there in a sec. But first, I want to head back to the upper class dorms. As if we do, and talk to Bridget. Oh, Rean, thank you so much for your help. Thanks to you, Alan finally told me everything, and it's such a relief. Everything? Does that mean... That's right, he admitted he was just taking his frustration out on me. How ridiculous, right? He should know that if he's got something on his mind, I'll always be there to listen and help him out. Hey, a man of the Empire can't just go around relying on everyone else to solve his problems for him. Looks like Alan found a way to make their relationship even more complicated. Oh yes, please take this. It's nothing much, but it's the least I can do after you went to all that trouble. I never thought of it as trouble in the first place. I appreciate it though. You've got my thanks too. The training session earlier really taught me a lot. You and me both. You've got a tough road ahead of you, but good luck, soldier. Thanks. Here's hoping. Alright, well, that takes care of that. So, let's go ahead and head to the main building. And then we need to head to the faculty lounge, where we'll find Neithhardt. Hello, Schwarzer. Have you finished assisting the student council? Yes, sir. We've managed to take care of our most pressing tasks. By the way, I was under the impression that you'd be returning to the military. Was there a change of plans? I resolved my military business in record time. I got back not too long ago, in fact. You're saying you've already come and gone? You must be exhausted. Exhausted doesn't begin to cover it. To make matters worse, Instructor Thomas roped me into drinking with him last night. I hardly managed to get any shut-eye. Though, maybe I shouldn't be telling you about this. I was about to say, but he went out with Instructor Thomas even after all of that? I never would have expected him to be so friendly. Moving on, Instructor Wallenstein told me about your swimming lessons. It seems as though the men of Class 7 suffered a truly humiliating defeat. I can't really think of one. Arsid and Clausel, Schwarzer. I'm referring to Arsid and Clausel. If what Instructor Wallenstein told me holds true, those two swam circles around all you men. Or maybe I should say boys. Men of the Empire would not stand for this. For the sake of masculinity, the world over, please tell me you at least felt a twinge of frustration. Well, I mean, a twinge, sure. Then there may be hope for you yet. Listen well, Schwarzer, if you've got time and the guts, I'll be willing to teach you how men swim. I'm gonna need you to clarify that. Swimming is more about knowing how to breathe and use your body than it is about your body itself. Us army men undergo training in order to learn how to swim quickly and efficiently. No wasted movements, no wasted breaths. And I would be willing to pass this all on to you in order to keep you from being shown up by those two girls again. Seriously? I'm always serious. If you've got the stones, gather up Class 7's men and I'll teach you all at once. This might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Make your choice. Right. If you're willing to teach us, I'm not going to waste this opportunity. Now there's an answer. Gather up the other men and meet me in the gymnasium. So, why are we here again? Instructor Neithhardt wants to teach us how to swim as effectively as possible. In that case, we owe him our gratitude. I still don't get why we needed to assemble so quickly just for some swimming lessons. If it's such a pressing issue for you, I can't imagine any of us would mind if you left us and went back to the dorm. It's not an issue, it's an observation, you smarmy little... Right then, let us begin. We'll begin with warm-ups, done in accordance with the Manway method. The Manway method? Did you just make that up? The name's not important. The method, on the other hand, is. You'll be racing each other one-on-one. Nothing gets a man motivated like some sweaty competition. Now, Schwarzer, why don't we start with you, since you decided to pipe up about the name? Pick your first opponent. Yes, instructor. I actually don't know who I have the least affinity with. I know Elliot and Gaius are probably higher, so it'd probably be between Machias and Eustace. And seeing as how I had Eustace for the last field study, I think I'll go with Machias. How about taking the first race, Machias? Sure, why not? Don't get it in your head that this'll be easy just because you're a bit faster than I am, though. On your marks, get set, go! Yep, it's another mini-game. Which means I'm probably going to suck at this because rhythm games I am terrible at. I say as if I just get it first try. Easy peasy. Ugh, I won't lose next time. I'll take you on any time you like. Are you here to chit-chat? Or are you here to swim? Get back here at once. Right away, sir. Yes, instructor. Huh. 4 races in a row really takes its toll on you. You're telling me. I'm exhausted. Yeah, I think we're about done for the day. I'm ready for a nap. I knew swimming would be tiring, but I didn't know it would get this bad. That should do it for our warm-ups, correct? I would appreciate it if we could get to the meat of these lessons. How naive. Sorry, I think I might have misheard. You're all naive, every last one of you. You boys think you're ready to learn anything after a wimpy little warm-up like that? Oh, we still have a long way to go. Which leads us into our next exercise of the day. Limit breakers. I'm not the only one panicking by the word break being in the name, am I? What are those exactly? There's no such thing as a dumb question, Regnas, but that one came awfully close. As the name would suggest, this exercise has you swimming too, then through the limits of your endurance. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, instructor, this is a surefire way to drown. Don't do this to us. But don't worry, I'll give you 30 whole seconds to rest for every length of the pool you swim. Is he serious? That didn't sound like a joke to me. Maybe this is how they do it in the army. It seems as though each of you has expended all your reserves of energy by now. I'm honestly surprised that none of us are dead yet. Was there any point to all this? You still doubt me? I'd suggest checking how long your last times were. I'm sure you'll find yourself impressed. No way! It felt like it took us hours to get across the pool. What exactly happened here? Once you reached your limits, your body dedicated all of its energy to swimming, not wasting an ounce on anything else. This is the method I told you about. Keep swimming like this, and you'll be able to cut down your times even further. So this is why you pushed us so far. There was a method to the madness all along. That's right. Schneid comments aside, you all performed very well. You might want to use these to recover from your training, though. Thank you. That's all for today. But this isn't the end. You better keep training so those girls don't show you up again. Of course. Thank you for taking the time to coach us. Alright. Well, that takes care of that quest. And that is a hidden quest as well. But that is also every single quest that we can take on at this moment. There is no more side quests. So, all we have left is the old schoolhouse. And next time on The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, we head in to search on the 4th floor. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a like. Sure helps out a ton. Make sure to subscribe dibbly dibbly if you've not already. And I will see you guys all later.